UTM Sanjungan Bangsa. Hey everyone, I'm Brian, a first year undergrad of University Technology Malaysia, UTM, studying a degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Since it is the end of my first year, so I would like to do a first year review. A little background on me: I love maths and I'm a very straightforward person. So at times I might come off as a little bit of arrogance. Generally, I do not like to hide around the bush. I like to tell you straight how I feel about you. So before we begin, please read and understand the disclaimer that is going to roll on the screen, because I don't want to have any trouble doing or making this video. Reasons entering uni. There are two main reasons that I enter uni. One obviously is for the cert, right? Another is to explore my dream, which is to create a formula that can benefit mankind. But this might seem a little bit unrealistic at this point in time. You'll know what I mean later. First impressions. This was very unexpected. UTM is actually one of my fourth or fifth choice, if I'm not mistaken. I got the course that I wanted, and this is a good thing for Malaysian students, especially for public universities. Because in the Malaysia higher education system, if you get what you want to study, it's actually a very good thing for you. And if you get what you want to study and where you want to study, wow, this is like you are hitting the lottery, okay? Especially for people like me. Malaysia still runs on quota system, not meritocracy, because FBI, open up! Naturally, I told myself to set my expectations low so I will not feel my heart crack. The first week was orientation. As usual, they wasted 1 week of our time, but I got away with by joining their temporary choir, which is performing by the end of the orientation week. So I literally skipped the orientation and practice choir instead. In the midst of doing choir, I feel like this is a good time for me to settle down and to think of my next moves for my uni life. Yeah, it's actually a good time. However, there are two things that make me very upset during the orientation. I still remember it until now. First one is a random second year stranger actually entered my room and slept on my bed without my permission. And he soiled my bed with his sweat. Disgusting. Second thing that made me upset is our seniors actually woke us up early in the morning like a bunch of babbling, bumbling band of baboons. I don't really like it when people wake me up at 5 in the morning. So yeah. On the bright side, yeah, apart from all this bad stuff that happened, on the bright side, we actually have I actually got to know quite a number of people. Generally, the people in UTM are quite nice and friendly. There is one thing that I also realized is that I have entered a place where the pacing is twice as slow compared to where I come from, which is KL. And I previously worked at a very high-paced company, so I feel like yes, this place is actually quite slow. Lecturers. This is somewhat disappointing. I have not yet met a lecturer that is really good at maths. 2 semesters have passed, but no, I have not seen anyone like that. I can only rate my lecturers at most an average level, because beyond that is non-existent. So there are only a handful of them around. From my experience, this is totally biased. From my experience, I think around only 20%. That means if you have one lecturer per semester, which is normal, you are lucky. Now, for the other 80% of the special and unique lecturers, there are some who are racist. They still exist. Yes, they still exist. Some who are pretentious and egoistic. They just act like they know what they are doing, but in reality, they only macam yes. There are those lecturers who are uncertain about anything and everything and able to create confusion almost every time. There are lecturers who do not know what they are even doing. There are lecturers who disappear for half a semester and come back by the end of semester to ask you to rate them.
What in the world is this?
There are those who are, I don't know how they can become a maths lecturer to be honest. Some examples, yeah. Some of lecturers, they do not know some basic mathematical concepts. They do not know probability. Maximum probability is equals to 1. They do not know that. Some of the lecturers, they proved some, like we have some questions which have left hand side and right hand side. So the lecturers can prove both sides at the same time, halfway. And they say both of these left hand side and right hand side equations are equal and proof. This equation is proof. Then why are you teaching? I can just multiply both sides by 0 and I say, yeah, left hand side equals to right hand side, proof. There are some lecturers who could not explain or derive some mathematical concept which is required in degree level, such as epsilon delta definition of limits and ANOVA testing. There is one lecturer that can use up to 2 hours to inverse a 3 by 3 matrix and still fail to do so. A calculator also can do, why can't he do? This is the point where I
Stop trusting my lecturers.
There was the lecturer, I asked him, so I asked him, sir, what is Cayley-Hamilton theorem? How to actually use it? Cayley-Hamilton theorem is actually a theorem discovered by someone called Cayley-Hamilton. That was the reply. No more explanations, no whatsoever. That was the reply. What the My expectations were low, but damn, it's simply disappointing seeing that a university top 5 in Malaysia, number 187 in the QS world ranking, perform like this. Syllabus. I can say after 2 semesters of studying, I don't really find anything difficult. Yeah, I know you can say first year is like super easy, it's your honeymoon year. I agree with that, but this is somewhat too easy. 2 of the semester combined are not as hard as 1 semester in STPM. A lot of the stuff that were taught are, plucked from my STPMs or A-levels, maths and further maths. Sometimes it even went more ridiculous. They even pull stuff from SPM. I can say 65% of the stuffs are what I've learned before. Only 35% are like something new, scratching the surface. I'm not really learning anything new in depth. I mean, this course name is called Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. I sign up for the rigorous stuff. I sign up for analysis. I sign up for proving. I sign up for, more detailed learning of mathematics. Not just substituting formulas, sub here, sub there. Of course, you can say from another perspective, yeah, this course is actually very easy. It's actually very good for people who want an easy degree. Yeah, if you have a firm foundation in your mathematics, if you're not that bad in the mathematics, you can come in. You can come to UTM to take this course. Okay, it's actually a free degree for you. Management of the course. Okay, this one is even more ridiculous lah. Okay, so after I entered this university, I only realized I actually entered an elevated form of high school. They don't let us pick our own classes. We are not allowed to choose what we want to study for the semester. Okay, we could not even take extra credits. Okay, I tried to apply for my second semester, but I got a lecture from the office. Even my seniors, I heard stories from them. Same story. They kena lecture. Okay, they kena scolding also. The worst thing is, when we register our courses for like the next semester, right? We don't get to choose the timing, and we don't get to choose the lecturers. I mean, choosing lecturers are secondary, but the basic thing of choosing my timing is unavailable for me to choose. What is this? People. Generally, the people in UTM are quite nice, are quite friendly, okay? But my faculty is a little bit weird as to academic wise. The majority of UTM is very easygoing, not really fast paced and chill type of people. Very different from the people in KL. They somehow can give you the vibe, the feeling of never mind lah, no need to bother so much about anything type of vibe. However, if you look deeper into, like, if you participate in like events, help to organize some events and things like that, you will actually find some people who are really, really good. Okay, there are those type of people who work their asses off silently while greatness is waiting for them. UTM actually is quite good at producing people. They actually produce one who founded Outliksan in Malaysia. Another one is UTM actually produced someone who actually took part in the research of taking the photo of a black hole. So UTM, okay lah, the people, you can get along with them quite well. In general, the people are quite good lah. So you might ask, got leng zai leng loi or not? Everywhere also got leng zai leng loi one lah. You just need to know where to find, okay? And need to ask yourself whether you want, okay, you have the guts to take the next step or not. Best and worst experience in UTM. So my best experience in UTM is attending Robocon. Okay, so Robocon is essentially a competition where it is organized to recruit new people, okay, to actually participate in a robotics challenge, which is held nationally and internationally. After entering this Robocon, although I quit halfway because it's really pressure very big pressure, and everyone is really fast, and I do not have basics in this robotic stuff. At least what I gained from there, I actually learned something from this short period of like 15 days after so long of entering UTM. And I've met passionate people doing stuff that they are passionate about, which is really great to see. That was the best experience that I had in UTM. Okay, my worst experience that I had in UTM is the stupid system called UTM-SAT or called Q-Day. Okay, this is a redundant system, and it is so stupid that it made the whole uni furious about it. Why do I call it stupid? Because this system is not planned at all. This is simply ridiculous. Okay, you can read my post about it. I'll link it in the description below, where I go really in depth into how flawed the system is. In general, the system is, they make one day, you need to spend around 8 hours to get 2 attendance every single week to make sure your certificate is not affected by it. That was the worst experience I can ever think of UTM lah. Clubs and societies. I'm quite neutral about this because if you have anything that you like to do, like more common hobbies like doing music, or you like to bicycle and all sorts of things, there is a club for you. The people inside, there are many kinds of people obviously. If you want to find like really passionate people doing really passionate things, apart from Robocon, it's quite difficult to find this type of people. Even in the real life, it is quite difficult to find this type of people. Okay, but be positive. Okay, if you want to enter some of these clubs, do enter. Okay, but please lah, with the right attitude lah. Okay, no one wants a fake ass roaming around new club. Okay, so just have the right attitude and be willing to try. Okay, because university is a place for you to try out new stuff that you haven't tried before in, you know, in your high school or in whatever lah. Living environment. Have you ever stayed in, been to Cameron Islands? UTM is almost like that lah. Air is very fresh. Okay, there are a lot of trees. The condition wise is not so good because my dorm I think is quite old already, so it's like a lot of low. It's not really well maintained and it's really dirty everywhere. Sometimes it smells even. And the worst thing is like for the toilets, right? Our doors you can't close the doors. So whenever you want to take a shit or you want to take a bath, you need to block it with a brick or something lah. I had a tough time suiting myself with the food in UTM lah. Probably some might say it's a 水土不合 lah. One of the worst times are when I had a meal in my faculty. I ended up in the nearest hospital. We call it the PKU within our university. But food outside UTM is quite accessible lah. I mean, even if you want to go outside to go shopping, go watch movie, go chop K, go do whatever lah. Yeah, generally the living conditions in UTM is quite good lah. It's like going for a vacation, more like a vacation than studying lah. Why Bethesda? Okay, as you can see in the title, I wrote living in Bethesda. Okay, so Bethesda is actually a pool where people wait for miracles to happen. It traps you in some sort of trance between surviving and believing false hopes. At points of desperation, humans actually seek comfort at a Bethesda. Okay, Bethesda organizes our fear and pain so beautifully that it creates an illusion, a trap, okay, for us in the form of comfort. From someone who has a productivity level of 7 or 8 out of 10 to now something of a 2 or 3 out of 10, I can attest to that. Yeah, after entering uni, my productivity level has dropped very significantly. You can say, oh, it's your problem lah. You start to grow, you know, and start to do things slower. No, I don't think that is the only problem. I think the environment is also affecting me. Yeah, as I mentioned, UTM is actually quite a chill type of place. Everything is quite slow. Yeah, it will definitely affect how you do things. Before ending this video, I just want to say a few more words, okay, like some sort of advice or whatsoever, and some of my true feelings lah. I do regret the times during my SPM, STPM where I do not really study hard. Yeah, I know I can study hard, but I didn't do so. I did not achieve the best score. Okay, I realized this a little bit too late, but yeah, I just want to point that out to all the viewers out there. I just want to say to those who are taking your SPMs, STPMs, A-levels, IBs, IGCSEs, put in your full effort, and achieve the best score that you can get. Okay? Get a better university, get a better environment, and don't regret when you do not put in hard work and effort. And most importantly, do not be lazy. Okay, don't worry, I might sound regretful, you know, but this is the time where I adapt and learn to take advantage of the situation and the circumstances which I cannot change. Okay, and this will be a very steep learning curve for me. All of this is because of the consequence of me not getting a good enough mark in STPM. I really need to put in more effort, the right effort in getting my life together and in hoping that discovering my hopes and dreams again, which is to discover a formula that can benefit mankind. Thanks for watching this video. I know it's a long video. Thanks for watching, thanks for staying so long. Like and share this video to anyone who is going to uni. Let them know about this video. Thank you so much once again for watching this. Subscribe if you haven't. I do weekly content. And yeah, see you in the next video.